Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good night. All right,
up?
see you guys.
What's up, everyone? This is you're seeing this on Sunday, but it's not Sunday. You don't know what day it is when we're doing
And
this.
we're not gonna tell you.
We're doing it on Saturday.
They would not have known unless you said
a jerk.
No, they would have known because we wouldn't have answered their question. We would have looked like dicks.
No, we're gonna
we
fake
would have
it.
been assholes.
We're gonna fake it.
Oh, we're gonna pretend? Okay.
Oh, Carl just asked how we're doing. Oh, we're great. Carl,
we're actually live. We're live. I'm kidding.
Yeah. Psych.
We're seeing if you're paying attention.
We should actually do that one day when we're live. Pretend like we're not. That could be fun.
But to all of our 2 viewers in the chat.
Or
they might like the joke.
Or even better, like we just start answering questions and call out usernames that aren't even appearing on chat. Someone's like, "Where are you guys seeing these questions from?" Lukasz Rock 69 says,
"That's right.
Looking good today, boys. Thanks, man."
Fake Lukasz Rock, not even Lukasz Rocks. Lukasz Rock.
Like I'm Dwayne Johnson. Basically.
Oh, I thought you meant like your Mike Rock's brother or something.
Chris Rock's brother.
Rock. I met Mike Rock, one of our future guests, by the way.
Oh, that's super exciting. That guy's wicked. I love that guy.
That's gonna be a fun episode.
Quite ambitious.
Yeah. So this week we're gonna be playing an interesting game. I initially was gonna get it and return it after the podcast, but
this guy just told them.
Yeah.
Now when he goes to return it, they're gonna be like, "No, sir, we watch your podcast. You're not allowed."
It's called
Matt Fan 6969 is.
Yeah, he's gonna call me out. I'm actually seeing him today, which is exciting.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
All right, you have your work Christmas party, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. So it's basically on the box. It says turn off conversational autopilot. So it's a bunch of questions that there's like it's like icebreaker, deep and deeper are like the levels of sex that you have while you play this game. You know, there's deep and then deeper. No, right. The questions are supposed to be just, you know, icebreaker questions, deep, and then like really ones that are supposed to make you really think. It's supposed to be a card game where like there's cards in here where it's like you can turn the question on the asker or around the horn where everyone answers the question. For the sake of this, because we're not all in person, we're just gonna read the cards and all answer them. But yeah, we'll check it out. After reading some of the cards, I'm like, this would actually be a pretty cool game to play with a big group. So check it out on Amazon. You can. I'm doing it like it's an ad. It would be kind of cool.
Yeah, we're getting sponsored by these guys.
If it was a real ad. But yeah, if you like it, let me know. Maybe instead of returning it, I can gift it to a viewer. But then you'll have to e-transfer me the amount that it cost.
Some gift.
It's a trade. Christmas trades. But yeah, I can't believe Christmas is only like 3 weeks away. It's crazy.
Fuck me. I'm so not ready this year.
Yeah, I've gotten a few of my gifts.
Not a majority of it done.
On my dad's side, instead of what we did was with all the adults, instead of like from like my dad and stepmom and like all the older cousins and stuff, we decided to do we're doing Secret Santa again this year, where you just buy one gift and then we play like the one where you take the gift and you swap gifts or whatever, just so that just makes it easier for people having to shop and shit.
I think honestly that's gonna be the thing in the future because things
that's what we're doing at Friendsmas. Same thing.
Yeah. Things are getting so expensive. It's like you would spend like almost $1,000 on everyone if you wanted to get gifts for everyone, right? It's
easily. Christmas shopping gets so expensive, and it's sad. I hate that aspect is such a pivot, like, you know, like a core piece of Christmas is the gift giving. Like for the kids, I understand it, but it's like I wish all of the adults and stuff that I was just like, can we just enjoy each other's company? But then the problem is, as soon as one person gets it, then like everyone, like I'm like, oh, now I have to do it too.
Yeah.
Not that I don't want to, but it's like
that's one of those things where on either side it's different. Like for example, if we went to let's say we went to a Christmas party together, and Matt, you gave me a gift, I would also be like, oh my god, like I have to get Matt something. Like what the hell? But if I gave you a gift and you didn't give me one, I'd be like, oh, that's cool. Like I got you a gift because I wanted to get you a gift.
Yeah, I would be. Yeah,
but like
I would be
always,
fine.
Yeah, it's never the same. The standards are never the same.
Yeah. It's funny how that works. Can you guys hear Ben in the background?
Yeah, sure can.
I thought
someone's
he was
having a good time. Yeah.
He's like, let me into the podcast room.
Yeah, it's Well, since we'll jump into the joke of the week and then we'll start playing the game then.
Sure. Well, did you guys hear about that cheese factory that exploded in France?
I was gonna say this joke last week.
There was nothing left but debris.
Terrible, man.
You were gonna use it. What do you mean?
I hate that. I expected that answer, and it was still good.
It's great. Yeah.
Speaking of that, did you hear about the volcano that actually erupted in Indonesia this morning? Like, that's not a joke. This actually happened.
Did it happen? Really?
Yeah. I saw it on Reddit. I saw it on Reddit.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
This guy's laughing, so I still can't tell if it's a joke or
Yeah.
not.
Where's the punchline?
No, seriously, it was fascinating because seeing one live like that is pretty intense. Just like it was crazy. Maybe we'll link it in chat later. But
that was one of the things I've always wanted to see in my life was a volcano erupt, which I thought like, oh, I'm never gonna fucking see that. But in 2017, 2018, I think I went to Guatemala for a wedding, and where they had the wedding was fucking sick. It was like right on this, what was once a volcano that exploded, and now it's just like a lake in a crater of a mountain. So you're on there, but like in the distance, you could see volcanoes. And for anyone who doesn't know, Guatemala has a bunch of active volcanoes, part of the Ring of Fire. And in the distance, you could see one of the volcanoes erupting. Like at night, you saw like the lava and stuff.
Whoa, that's pretty cool.
Like the fire, it was sick. And I was like, oh my god, I'm seeing it. So yeah,
that's pretty sweet.
Super cool.
For the sake of for some of these are like to the person to your left or to your right. How are we gonna do it? So are you guys oriented the same? Like Lucas, me, and then Lee? Is that?
I'm top right. Lee is top left. Oh, on my screen. Yeah, I'll rearrange it. So Lee's on the bottom.
For me, Lee's on the bottom. You're top left.
I'm top left.
Lucas is top left. Matty top right. Me at the
okay. So then when it's to my left, it will just be Lucas, and my right would be Lee.
Sure.
We'll go. Yeah, we'll do that way. Okay.
Good.
So we'll start with some of the. I'll pick the cards that are the ones. So like the icebreakers, we'll call them. I'll go through. Okay, the first one here. In what way do you aspire to be like your mother or father?
Ooh. Ooh, fuck. That's good.
I'm gonna say I have one. I'll start then because I think I want to be like my mom in the sense that I feel like she's very I don't want to use the word powerful, but like she how do I say this?
Inspires confidence.
Yeah, I guess so. Like I've gotten a lot of feedback that people say like your mom's intimidating because she's like just such a powerful person, but she has like a presence to her, and like I want to have that when I'm older, like that I'm just like. But at the same token, like from my side, like I don't ever see it that way because because she's my mom. But to other people, I want to have that kind of effect. I think that's cool.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Thank you.
You just picking your mom. That's it.
I don't know. I interpret this as one or the other.
Oh, okay. I thought it was both. That's fine. Yeah, I think for my mom, what I'd aspire to be like is like raising us. She was always the disciplinary, and was the strict. She laid down all the punishments, but she always strived to be our friend as well. Like she wasn't just someone; she was our friend. Like we could talk to her about anything. For like the first 2 years of elementary school, grade 1 and 2, she would literally come and like play with me and my friends during recess to like help me make friends and stuff, which I thought was always cool.
That's cool. Yeah,
it was sick. Yeah, so I definitely aspire that. And then I mean, for my dad as well, he's always got this like don't settle attitude. Like he's always about the grind, and like if he's gonna get something, he's gonna get what he wants, like top of the line. Or I mean, he's got an expensive taste for sure, but like he doesn't settle. He definitely doesn't settle. So I like that quality too.
Yeah. The disciplinary friend one, I think my dad was the same. Like he was much harder on us growing up, but was always like growing up he was the more like chill one. So like it like balanced like that. That's funny.
Yeah.
What about you, Lucas?
I think for me, similar. Well, we're all mama's boys, because I'm gonna choose my mom too. But I think the same thing where she was able to have that kind of like. Camille and I like really respected her because we saw how like hard she worked for what she wanted. Like when we were like in tough times as a family, she was the one who like just was the bigger person and just made it happen. You know, like just put her like head to the grindstone, like just put in a bunch of hours, save money like crazy just to be able to afford like even Christmas gifts as a kid. It was rough for us. So like that really inspired me to have like that whole like, you know, my kids come first attitude, but also the kids never like we never fucked with our mom. Like she was the one person where like, yo, like I would rather fight my dad than fight my
Yeah,
mom any day.
100%.
Yeah.
My mom would
100%.
my mom would kill me, and it's like I wouldn't even know how she would kill me, but she'd do it. Like
Yep.
and for my dad, he has a really like I don't give a fuck attitude, which honestly it can get bad, but I mean I want to take the part of it that's good where like it's more like a, you know what, like he like if he told his car he would be that total like, you know what, it's just a car, who gives a shit. So like that's something that I really want to take away, where he's not, I guess he's not really materialistic, because to him he can always get a new item or a new, like, you know what I mean, like whatever, he lost something, whatever, I'll get another one, it's not a big deal. So
Damn.
he doesn't carry stress at all, which is insane.
That's a good thing. I think that's good.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
To a point though, but you have to also see the sides where it's like sometimes not having stressed about anything, it's like, bro, like you need to be stressing over this. Like
Yeah.
it's like
it's pretty important.
A
Oh,
little too
good.
lax right now. Yeah.
yeah. So
All right, cool. Let's move into the next one. What's something that you've learned to love?
you for all your flaws, baby.
That's a tough one. Shit. Something I've learned to love.
Yeah, that is tough.
I got one.
Okay, go.
Go
It's
ahead.
gonna be so cliche. Yeah, I learned to love myself.
Damn. No,
That is a good one. That's good.
That's a very
think
good one.
Back when I was like super fat, like I hated myself, like legit hated myself. I'm like, yo, bro, I would look at the mirror and be like, yo, fuck this guy, man. So like, I think something over time, like I learned to really appreciate the qualities I've had that were good. Because I'm like, how can I hate myself? But I have people who like love being around me all the time.
Yep.
I had a lot of friends back then, but I used to just kind of always be with people, so I never really had alone time, and I started to appreciate my even alone time, just like doing my thing. I'm like, oh, I love doing my own thing sometimes. And I came with starting to love myself as a person, because I'm like, you know what, it's fine to do what I'm doing and just kind of just chill and relax. So yeah.
That's actually a really good one.
Yeah, that's
not
a good one.
That's sick.
Do you have one, Lee?
I do, yeah. I think what I learned to love was being nervous. Using it as a tool to like if you're not nervous, you're not doing something good. You know what I mean? Well, maybe not something good, but you're not pushing yourself. So like using those nerves to say, like, yeah, I'm nervous, but I'm gonna do it anyways, and that builds character, builds confidence, builds strength. Like I love being the underdog now.
Like when the odds are against you.
Yeah, when the odds, because this, I mean, I guess it kind of contradicts what I'm saying, but like there's no pressure. I mean, I feel like I'm nervous regardless if I'm doing something new, but I can't change the outcome. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. So like, let's do this thing. And like,
yeah,
I don't know. There's kind of like a thrill aspect to it that I enjoy.
Yeah, that is good. Makes trying new things easy for sure.
Yeah,
or more exciting.
Especially like, I mean, even now I'm getting married. Maybe my perspective's a little skewed, but like before approaching girls, the worst thing in the world for me. Fuck that. I don't want to approach girls. That's like the most nerve-wracking thing. Like I'd rather go fight people in front of other people. Like that's
how you'd get the girl, is you fight them in front.
Go fight. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, that shit was terrifying. But now I imagine, but it's probably because I don't have to impress people anymore because I'm getting married. So who knows? I might still be just as nervous.
Explain how the perspective changes once you're in like a long-term relationship. Going to talk to some random girl is so easy. But you obviously do it for different reasons.
Exactly.
For the intent of like, thank you. Like, where'd you get those gloves? Like, my girlfriend's gonna want those gloves, so you gotta tell me.
Yeah.
They'll have no problem spilling the beans, right? Because you just say I have a girlfriend. Where before you can come off as a real creep just saying some shit.
Exactly.
Shit, right?
Yeah.
Where'd you get those gloves? I want those gloves. Get the fuck away from me.
Yeah. What are you, Matt?
I think I've learned to love, like, I guess the confidence that I've gained over the years, and how it's kind of impacted in a professional life. I guess like my stature. Like I never thought that I'd be the kind of or at a position where it's like when I call people. Like I know that there's certain people that if I'm working or someone calls me, like if the owners call me, I'm like, oh, like this, I have to take this. Like I feel like the confidence I've gained over the years. Now when I never really thought of it till just the other day that this happened, but I called someone kind of late, but like they picked up right away, and I was like, I never thought that I would be a person that people
Yeah.
think of like that. And I credit that to the confidence that I've gained over the years in being able to speak my mind, because I think that's kind of what the owners have seen in me, and like really put me at the kind of like at the top.
Mhm.
And I don't think I would have been able to do that if I didn't really love the thought that like I can do it. If I just keep your nose to the grind, you can make it, kind of thing.
Mhm.
Oh,
I
you
don't
also
think-
want to be like my mom. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Let's see here. Another one. Okay, another one. What accents do you find particularly attractive or unattractive?
Ooh, we're about to offend some people, baby. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Accent that I would like. I would say I like a. You guys are gonna hate me, like a British accent.
Oh,
I agree.
I'm not
I
a big
agree.
fan. It depends.
No?
It depends what kind.
Yeah, like not like the lowly.
Oh,
British
yeah, like not, yeah,
accent. Like Cockney accent and shit. No,
I was gonna say,
fuck
so
that,
like more like the Irish border side.
I like an Irish accent.
Oh, sorry,
I like,
but
I like
somehow when
Irish
they fuse, it's shit. So
accent.
What about Australian?
I like it.
Australian's nice
Yeah,
too.
that's pretty.
Again, a mild one. Sometimes when they're talking about them dingo babies come bounding over, nah, like, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
What about any like South American accents?
Like Spanish
Yeah.
influence,
Yeah.
influence accents. I'm not huge on it.
Yeah, I'm indifferent.
Yeah, it doesn't really
I think
bother
it
me,
can
but
be sometimes, but also sometimes not attractive.
yeah.
Are there any accents that we think are just particularly unattractive in every circumstance?
Oh yeah. Like,
I think we're all gonna agree
we're all
on
gonna be
South
racist.
Asian Asian accents. I'm sorry, but no bueno. No
Yeah,
fucking
that's fair.
bueno.
I think for me, it's just when people don't try to enunciate words, and it's like if English is not your first like speaking language, and you're not trying to assimilate to talking to someone who doesn't speak any other language, I hate that. Sorry, go on. I was gonna say, because we have like I'm not gonna get personal here, but I've interacted with truck drivers in the past and in the present when they're talking to me. I'm like, what are you saying, man? Like I have no idea.
Try.
They're literally like asking me for like let's say they asked me for a cup of water. I'm like, okay, I'm like, what? What was that? You just mumbled that, or like you just slurred your whole like try, and then eventually they say it 5 times, and they're getting mad at me. It's like, I speak this language. I'm trying hard to like I'm not trying to be a dick. My parents have accents. I understand, but you're not even trying, bro.
Yeah.
Give me a shot. Yeah.
I think most European accents I don't think are particularly attractive.
Yeah. When we start to go like Eastern European.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even like the Swedish accent.
I kind of dig it. I was gonna say I kind of dig it.
I don't know if I'd say it's attractive or unattractive. It's just, to me, like I enjoy it.
Can't
like,
take it seriously.
Yeah. But maybe because of like the IKEA commercials and stuff. Like
Yeah. It gets mocked, right? That's the thing.
Yeah.
It gets mocked
Yeah,
for
So good,
humor.
though.
Yeah, exactly. What were you gonna say?
I mean,
Lee?
it's a couple things. One, like back when we all worked at Home Depot, I worked in the plumbing department, and there was this brown fella. Not sure exactly which brown region he was from, but he came in and he's trying his best to speak English, and he's enunciating every letter, sometimes even making up letters. But he comes in, he's like, "Ah, is this the plumbing department?" And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Plumbing." And I was like, "Okay, first of all, there's no second P in it. It's not plumping. Like, you just said plumbing, if anything." So I thought that was funny. But everyone knows how I love the Filipino accent. It's like one of my fucking favorites.
But do you find it
love it.
attractive?
But no, I don't find it attractive. No, I don't. I love hearing it, but it's not attractive. And one of our coworkers, who's also Filipino, told us how like whenever he's down there, and if they're like hookers or something, they'll be like, "Oh, you want me to romance you? Oh, big boy, you want me to romance you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's doing nothing for me."
It's like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. It's interesting, and it's also maybe because of the comedy around some of the accents that it's taken away
Yes.
the ability for us to
Oh, yeah.
perceive it as attractive, especially like it'd be interesting to hear what people like, let's say in like the southern states would say. Like, do they think our accent is attractive?
That's what I was gonna say. Actually, that's what I think is so fascinating about like southern accents is like some of them are very charming and attractive. Like, for example, who cares? Matthew McConaughey, shit,
Yeah.
that guy's a stud.
Yeah,
And his
oh, yeah,
southern
that's fair.
accent is hot. I can't lie.
Even Western Canadians have like an accent,
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
or even East.
But then
Fuck it,
there,
though.
are
Yeah.
some southern people who you're like, "Ooh, you need to close your mouth because that accent sucks."
Yeah,
Weird. Yeah.
that's funny. Okay, if you had the chance to meet any of your relatives, past or future, who would you choose?
Meet. I'd like to meet my probably like a grandkid, one of my grandkids, as of like my age right now. Be like, yo, I'm gonna be a grandpa. So what's up?
Why
man?
don't
How
you
are
think you? Why
You
don't
don't
you
think
think
you're gonna
be
meet them
alive?
in your
Because I
lifetime?
can meet, no, but I can meet them while I'm young. I'd like to introduce
That's
them to
actually
me while
very
I'm
interesting.
young, because then
Yeah.
they can also see me as I'm older.
Oh,
Great
that's-
grandkids would not give a shit about me ever, right? Like let's say hypothetically they met me, they're not gonna remember anything, right? Or at least if I meet my grandkids, they're gonna remember who I am. So at least I can meet them while I'm young and leave a mark. Or
Interesting.
meeting anyone else, you're not leaving any certain mark. What are you doing? You're just, unless you meet
Maybe
like,
not
your
you.
great grandparents.
I'm
you know
so
what I mean?
fucking cool. I'd leave a mark.
They'd be like, try not to grow such a shitty hair, such a shitty.
Oh shit! Just that
One hair, just
fucking-
one.
that one shitty hair, man. Yeah,
That's what they
fuck
said.
that
I'm
thing.
like, fuck.
You know I'm self-conscious about that hair.
How could you? How could
It's the
you
one
call
that
it
sticks out your butt. A little pigtail, baby.
That's the one. That's my Rapunzel locks.
That was a good answer, Lucas.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
about you?
I enjoy that. That's a tough one. I feel like I'd probably want to meet my grandmother's father, so I guess my great grandfather, because she was a big part of his life. He was a big part of her life. I guess both. He seems like an interesting one. I don't know that I'd really want to meet anyone in the future. Fuck them.
Your great grandkids? So you could hear if they tell stories about you and what they talk to you about you.
That is actually pretty interesting. I feel like I wouldn't want to know though, because what if they tell some shitty stories?
But then you
Like,
can meet them and you can.
My
you can
great
tell them.
grandfather was such a bitch. And I'm like, oh, why
He
did
did
you say-
jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, he liked to fucking roll around and hug boys, and he like got medals for hugging boys. What a fucking loser! But God damn.
Whatever
Why you
accent
doing that?
you're doing, whatever accent you're doing, add to the list of the ones I hate.
Oh, that's not one of the attractive
What?
ones.
Yeah. What the hell was that? Was that like a? Is that how
That's
kids
my
in
kids.
the future talk?
That's my kids. Yeah, man. It's a new
Yo,
language.
tell your great grandkids I already hate them.
See, that's it. I want to meet them just so I can tell them that.
This is what you sound like to me.
My boy Lukasz hates you. Fuck you.
Like, who's that
Who
guy?
better?
He died from cholesterol at 32.
I'd want to meet my my great grandparents on my grandpa's side, in the Philippines to see what like they were like. 'Cause I met my
you did not your great grandparents on your grandpa's side. Like, don't you have grandparents on both sides? Like, that didn't narrow it down. So your dad's side.
oh sorry yeah.
yeah.
Think about it, but yeah, it's a good.
It's like
But
that.
did you know what I was talking about when I
Yeah.
said that?
Well, when you
Well,
said
you said the
Philippines,
Philippines,
you
yeah.
said Philippines.
Oh,
so
for
then-
me that, and because you said grandpa, so I assumed that you were assimilating with like the male side, aka your dad's side.
Mm.
So you went grandfather. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, that works too, I guess.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, because I actually met my great grandfather on my nanai side, which was very cool.
Oh,
I met her dad. Yeah, when we went to the Philippines. So, yeah, I think that would be, especially seeing what the Philippines were like then. I think that'd be very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Dog eat dog world out there.
Yeah, actually, how does your personality change when you're at work? I don't think mine does.
at all.
I don't think I
Yeah.
do.
I don't think at all.
I interact pretty much the same. I guess it depends who. Like the owners are the only two that I think I might filter it or alter it slightly, but-
censor yourself a little.
but not really. Like not very much. And
Mhm.
customers obviously, but otherwise everyone I interact with at work is I feel like I'm the same person now than I am there.
Yeah, like even when I'm talking to my boss, like I'm very much the same person. Like he'll tell me something redundant that like I know how to do and I've been doing forever, and I'll tell him straight up on the phone. I'll be like, "What, you think I'm fucking stupid? I don't know how to do this?" And he's like, "I'm just making sure, Lee." I'm like, "Yeah, don't tell me this, man." So yeah,
Yo,
I
I'm
think
just
I'm
like, I
pretty much
fucking hate that Lee guy. He's such a dick.
he does call me an asshole sometimes. I'm like, you think that's something I don't know, Kevin? Like, yeah,
He's
I
like,
know I'm an asshole.
Lee, you're an asshole.
Please stop. No, him and I are definitely cut from the same cloth. So, but yeah, I mean, Lukasz can testify to it. I think I'm pretty much the same. If anything, I'm with some people, I think I have more patience than I normally would. I'm trying to coach people into doing the right thing. But then other people, I'm just straight up. I'm like, what the fuck? Why the fuck are you doing this? Idiots.
What about you,
Lucas?
Lucas?
I'd say I'm the exact same at work. I don't think there's a change. I think if anything, I guess with like Lee's boss, yeah, I'll be censored a little bit, but no, like I'm quite the same at work.
Same all the time, eh?
If anything, I'm more uncensored at work.
I was
than
gonna
on
say,
here.
I feel like you might be more of an asshole.
Yeah, at work, I have like I even say to people, like I say to the new hires, like I'm an asshole. You'll get to know me, and like that's just how I am. Like if they ask me a simple question, I'll be like, "Are you like?" I'll just be like, "Are you stupid?" Like just go do it. But obviously, they know I'm joking. It's something they learn about me where like I'm not an asshole from the get go.
No.
I just show them like that you can know that I'm joking all the time, right? So
we have this one coworker who chimes in on everyone's conversations. He gets a little
the
annoying from
best.
time to time. But Lucas and I are having a conversation at one point, and that does not involve anyone else. And he like spins right on his chair and like starts jumping in. And Lucas literally stops our conversation, looks at me, he's like, "I'm not talking to you." And then looks back at me and starts talking to me. And I was like, "Oh shit, okay, damn."
and that coworker didn't talk to me for the rest of the day.
Yep.
So
Kind of jealous.
like,
I'm kind of jealous. That was good.
Such a good conversation. I want to be part of the conversation.
What's next, Matty?
We'll do one more icebreaker question, and then we'll move to the deep.
Sure.
Okay. Who would get your vote if the people in our group right now all ran for elected office?
Not me.
Do you want to expand this and even talk about like our friend group? Like,
yeah, I was gonna say, let's go beyond the three of us.
I don't want to.
What?
Yeah, I would go with Carl, a podcast favorite. I would legit run for him if he went. I'm like, you know what?
That's not a bad
for him?
Unleash the beast on Mississauga, baby.
I would.
That's true,
I would vote
We're
for
saying
Jacob.
for the city.
I was gonna say, you know,
Elected
you both make
office.
great points. Either Jacob or Carl. I think they're both great candidates. I'd probably go Jacob. I'd probably lean towards Jacob a little more.
I think Jacob, and then Carl can be his Joe Biden.
Oh, that's a hype team. That's a hype team. I'd
Right?
fucking vote for that team all day, every day. That's a
Right.
hype team.
I'm gonna tell Jacob that and see what he says after this.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's good.
I'd be down for that.
I like that. 100%.
Okay, and then for podcast sake, between the three of us, who are we voting for?
I'd probably vote for you, Matt.
What? I don't want to run for office.
You have to in this hypothetical. I don't think any of us want.
No,
to
I'm
run
gonna
for
be
office.
like that girl from the Channel 5 News with Andrew. No, I'm not answering that. Hypothetical. It's like, no, you have to, and she's like, no.
I'd pick neither. That's
He's
not
like,
how
no, it's a
hypotheticals work.
hypothetical. You have to pick one or the other. I would vote for you, Lee.
Again, I would not.
Actually, you know what?
want to run for office,
No,
but
I take it
again,
back. I rescind my vote. I'm gonna vote for
Okay.
Lucas. I want to see chaos, political
Ooh.
chaos.
Ooh, that's a good point. That's a good point. It would
And
be
you
fun.
would see some chaos, baby.
That
Let
would
me
be
tell you.
fun. Shit, that's a great point. Lucas would fucking flip the town on its head.
Lucas would make
But
this
I-
weird law where it's like restaurants can't serve food between 5:30 and 5:45. So everyone who gets there at the time, they're like, they can't eat yet.
I like it. I like it.
I think the
Vote for
first thing
yourself,
I would
Lucas.
state is like if I were to run is like you cannot raise house prices anymore. They're where they are. They're stuck.
I don't think they
That's
can
the first thing.
control. Can they control that?
I will control it.
Okay.
I am the future.
All right. Okay. Sure.
I would vote for Lee just because you're probably more methodical. Where I am just rash. Like there's times where I know I would just do something out of like be like, yo, this is fucking bullshit. Just sign a paper.
Which
Just sign
is
some
why.
paperwork.
Which is why I agree with Matt. I also rescind my vote and I pick Lucas because that shit would be fun. That shit would. Life
I
would
would be the new Doug Ford
great. You give him a good run for
of the country.
Yeah. I'd
One
like
thing
that.
though that I would do that our boy Trudy wouldn't do or didn't do is I would have been there for the first day of the Statement of Reconciliation Day. I
You
would
wouldn't have gone on vacation.
I
You
wouldn't
wouldn't
have
have
been
gone
on
on vacation.
No, I would live and die for my country in a weird way. Like
That's
I'd go
right.
bungee jumping. So,
With a Canadian flag on your back. for my country.
Was the Canadian flag the rope that they use that as it
It just
stretches out, it
snaps
just shows a
immediately.
big Canadian flag?
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Bunch of flags just tied together like in the movies when they're trying to escape like a prison or something.
There's no recoil. You just snap at the bottom, break your back. Fuck.
My sciatica, baby. Yeah. I would take all medical funding just for my back pain. Like all these other causes don't matter anymore. We're focusing on the Lukasz back pain.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
And yeah, it'll be great.
Yeah, yo.
All right, when are you
Lucas
running?
for premiere? Yeah, you have my vote. You have 2 votes.
I don't do cardio. I don't run.
You have 2 votes. That's more viewers than this podcast gets.
Would that be part of your campaign? Is that you're walking for premiere? You're not running.
It's not a race when it comes to your lives.
Yo, bro, you could win. You could fucking win with this shit. The way
It's
the
not a
world is
race
now-
when it comes to your lives. That's what.
Yo,
I'll have Chandra do my whole like camp, like my fashion for each like
Yo, sick.
each and stuff. Yeah,
Sick.
I'm gonna bring back some styles. I'm gonna
yo,
come
can
in-
you please?
I'm gonna make suits that are windbreakers, bro. It's gonna be nuts.
Can you do this? Can you do this? I think you could put up a good run in.
You think I could beat Hazel McCallion, the Storm?
Not in a fight, but like
Damn it!
she'll fuck
That's
you
a-
up.
Yeah,
They call her Hurricane Hazel for a reason.
No, she does the thing where she sticks both her arms out and just spins around.
Like Storm from X-Men.
Yeah. Holy shit. That's where she
Damn,
got the
dude.
name from.
I'd pay money to see that. To see her CGI'd like that.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I think we can do it.
Good. Yeah, let's invest some money.
The new X-Men, Hurricane Hazel. What's your superpower? She can mind control all of Mississauga and start a storm.
Boom.
Crazy.
And she's like Wolverine, where she just keeps regenerating.
Yeah, she
It goes
she's
like
just-
130
she's
years
100.
old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Triple
for
digits.
Hazel.
That's kind of cool.
Good for Hazel. Love that lady.
Okay, we're moving into the deep questions. We'll each go at this one, obviously. In what way are you different from most of your friends?
Fuck, that is a tough
That
one.
is a tough one.
I've never thought. If anything, I've always looked at our similarities, not our differences.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Can I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure, if you're ready.
Yeah, I'm tall.
Hey, that's fair.
That's sure.
You're
And
tall, you're the-
handsome.
Yeah, that's not true.
Everyone starts
Even
crying.
Christina just messaged us, even though we're not live. She said that's the worst. That's the worst lie I've ever heard.
She
has
just
a
sitting
nice
on Lucas's
personality.
door with a cup, so she knows what we're saying. Yeah,
Um,
definitely not to that last one. So can I just say that I'm the colored person of the group?
Sure.
No, that's such a lame cop out answer. No way.
Yeah, that is very tough. I would think that I like to think that I'm the way that I'm different. I think I'm the most materialistic out of our group. I think.
That's interesting. I never thought about that before, but I could see it.
Yeah, I like
Neat.
I like nice things.
My own money, so I spend it how I like.
Exactly.
All right. I think I might be the most, and not even like in terms of martial arts, but I was gonna say the most aggressive. Just because like opinions, and as much as I hate to admit it, like I see shit on the internet and stuff where I'm like, yo, fuck these guys. Like,
Yeah,
And,
I
like,
think
sometimes
that. You're the
some
most
things will
opinionated
piss
too.
me
I
off.
think.
yeah, I think that's fair to say. Yeah, maybe that's the word I'm looking for. Like, maybe not aggressive, but definitely opinionated.
No, I think you're
for sure.
aggressive.
Okay, or that.
Rah, rah,
too, sure.
I'd say I'm probably the most confrontational, maybe.
Really, I think Lee is.
I would say like
When
okay,
people
then
bring up
maybe-
this is
when
interesting.
people bring up
This is
stupid
interesting.
points, Lee is the first one to call them out. I don't
Okay,
think
okay.
you are, Lucas.
I think that way, but I think for me, just I'm most confrontational when it comes to just like
like causing
What?
confrontation.
Yeah,
probably
yeah. He's the source. He's the
Yes.
source. He's the reason I confront people's stupid opinions because he says stupid things, and I'm like, "What the fuck, Lucas?"
It's confronting me. Yeah,
But,
No, what do you really mean? What do you really mean?
I think like confronting people when it comes to like if I have a problem with something, like this is
Okay,
like
yeah.
this is an issue I'm having, like or
Mhm.
like why did this happen? Why
Yeah.
did this not
Mhm.
happen?
Mm.
I feel like I bring up issues for the most, but also I end up doing it in public now too, like where I'll call out people for not putting away the shopping carts when they go into their car and stuff.
Oh yeah, fuck you. That's a you thing. I wouldn't do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's terrible. People get paid to do that.
What?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm giving people jobs. I'm giving people
No,
jobs.
no. Put your shopping cart back.
No, I'm keeping people employed. I'm keeping the economy running.
Yo, it's either you put what I always offer is like you either put the shopping cart back or try to bounce it off your car into the thing.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say either put it back or I put you in the ground, and I was like, that's a
Oh.
cool.
No, I don't threaten. That's illegal. I'll just say, or I put your shopping cart back, but I'll try to bounce it off your car first.
That sounds kind of like a threat.
Yeah, you're threatening.
I'm not
to-
hurting them.
You're threatening to damage my
You're hurting
property.
their feelings.
Yeah,
Which
that's
is
that's
arguably
the same.
worse. Arguably
Yeah.
worse.
What I would like to do is bring zip ties with me and just zip tie it to their door so they can't get out of their car. Or it's a ride along. It's like those motorcycle with like the little passenger
Oh,
seat back in the
God.
day.
Yeah, what if they think it's hype though and they put their dog in there like, oh yeah, thank you, sir. This
The
is
whole
great."
the
side of that
the
car is
wheel.
all like just all these scratches and stuff and just paint gone. So sick.
And it's those shopping carts that when they're past a certain distance, the wheels don't
The
work
wheels
anymore,
locked.
so it's
Yeah,
like-
just dragging the whole time. Yo, how does that shit work?
yeah, I don't know. I actually don't know.
Fucking
We should
magic.
we should find out.
That's
Yeah,
fucking
that's,
magic.
Yeah, we should go and ask the people at the store specifically how it works and
Yo,
record record their answers.
taking it way back to one of our, I think it was both of our AMA episodes when we were talking about that's a sick mug, Lucas.
Right?
Yeah, that's sick. That's nice.
Walmart, $5.
Was that a medieval knight?
Yeah,
I'm
that's-
kidding. I know who it is. I know who it is.
I'll never just Yoda like that ever again.
No, I was gonna
that's
say
a
I'm
cool
taking it back to
Stormtrooper one.
our old AMA question where it was like, what's something in 2020 that we think is magic? And we also had like Bluetooth and Wi-Fi and stuff. I picked the wheel locking cart one. That's fucking magic.
That's pretty close, to be honest.
That's
with you.
fucking good.
Okay, no, actually, you know what? To go back to that question, mine would be transition glasses. How do they do that? How do they do
That's
that?
sick. That's fucking sick too. That's a good one. Shit.
In what ways do you express to your friends how much you care about them?
Insults. 100% insults. If I don't insult you, you got a problem with you. If I insult you, I know I mean it endearingly and like I fuck with you.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I would say for me, it's I try to be reliable. Like
Oh,
if you need
that's
help
good.
with something and you need
Mhm.
my help, like I'm usually there.
Yeah,
I'm more of a actions speak louder than words kind of person. I'm not vocal on that
Give me a
stuff.
second. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go mute for a second.
Yeah, I think it's just like I think like spending time with people is how I express I care about them because I feel like I'm just life, like especially as we get older and in like the age that we're at now, everyone gets, your life starts to get very busy with, because you're now, you're with partners and now your family's essentially expanding. So it's like the time that you do have wanting to spend it with other people is how I try to show that that you're important to me because, I feel like I just don't have lots of time.
That's fair too. It's funny because as an adult, I think we all start running into this. Is that you start spending more time with your family now than ever, especially because it's expanding. So now it's like now this is my family, but then you have your friends who you now kind of consider family.
Yeah,
I guess,
and they
like, 'cause
have
you-
families, right? So it's like being able to align on when we can all hang out is how I like to show that like I care about these people because I can put time or make time to hang out.
Yeah, or merge the two. Some people like
Yeah,
invite things
yeah.
to their family functions, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That's a big one. Yeah, that's actually a big one.
Yeah, if you
Integrate
can,
with
yeah,
the
if
family.
you can come to the cottage with us, you're cool. If not, sorry.
Yo, anyone who
Fucking
hasn't been
made
invited, suckers.
Lee, what's yours? Did you say yours already?
Got it.
I said the insults.
Oh, what about you, Lucas? Did you say one?
Yeah. Where were you?
don't know.
We all went through it.
Yeah, we were-
Lee muting his mic threw me off.
Oh my bad.
That card is done. Okay, what event in your life do you feel has shaped you most significantly?
Ooh.
For me, literally, most shaped me was going to the gym.
Sure.
and
But
that
was
came-
there? Bring that back to a single event if you can.
Yes, absolutely. Back in the day, I used to be quite the weed meister. So one time I took the giggly bush and had a bad experience. And that bad experience turned to events of me being like, I gotta re-enroll for school. I gotta get my life back on track. I need to get back in shape. And like all three of those things I did.
Can you go more in detail on what happened, or you don't want to?
Okay, sure. Yeah. Like I basically had done too much and I was home alone. And I was home alone because my brother was in Poland for med school and my parents were gone to Cuba. And I was like, this is my chance to be rowdy. I was alone.
To jerk off in the living room with the surround sound.
Dude, I was even gonna play. So there's Spyro Skylanders, so they come with like little figurines. I bought all of them, and I was like, I'm gonna finally play this game. I have all the figurines. I can love all the characters. So I ordered Chinese food. I got like
From where?
Walk This Way. I got chicken balls.
Woo!
I got like fried rice, and then I got 2 types of chicken: honey garlic chicken, and then General Tao. And then so yeah, I got so ripped that I was like having such a bad time, and I didn't want to do any of those things. And I'm like, what am I doing? Like, I literally had like all this food, and I'm like, I don't need to be eating all this food. I'm already so fucking fat. So like, I was like, okay, like I need to get rid. So it's funny because that didn't stop me from killing the food. So I killed the food. Felt even worse. And then basically from there, I was like, you know what, like. I need to start doing stuff. Like I'm 21. What's it called? 21. I got nothing to show for. Like I basically hopped in and out of school. Like I was like in high school, I went to do my second degree, got it done. It's not something I wanted. And I was like, what am I doing? So I had like that huge, like I need to get back into track of what I want to do. And then at that time, we were working at shoes.com, and I was like, I need to find something I like the workplace we have, and make that my career. Because just sitting here in the where I'm at, and this is back when I was an associate, I'm like, it's not where I want to be at 21, which was good because it showed like I was like not ready to settle with that. And I think all of us were kind of in the same boat. Like we're all progressing to be leadership roles in that company.
Yeah.
Which is a good sign of our friendship, that we were all trying to grow together rather than just people settling and stuff. But that really just hit me where I'm like, yo, like I felt like I was doing nothing at all. So big change.
That's a good one. I don't know if I can isolate one specific moment, at least one that I haven't already talked about on the podcast. I'd like to pick something different, make it a little more interesting. I think my breakup with my first girlfriend was a rough one. And it's weird because I don't think that isolated moment changed me so much, but I think looking back and reflecting and growing, it's like constantly giving me upgrades and stuff. For example, I mean, I'll go into detail, sure. Back then, I was about, so I mean, I've always been like 5'8", 5'9". Matt and I are like roughly the same height.
I'm taller.
Okay, all right. The reason I'm shorter though is because they did that like penis surgery where they like pulled my dick out and they like shrunk me.
Oh yeah,
that's why I'm.
That's
why I'm
fair. Yeah, good call. It used to be like 6'2".
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why he's now 2 inches instead of half. So
exactly. Hey, every bit counts.
Big reflection.
Yeah, no, I was about like 5'8". I was literally like 125, 130 pounds. So I was a real skinny guy. I'm still pretty skinny, but like real skinny back then. And to put it in context, Lukasz is just a big guy. You're like what, 6'4"?
Yeah, I'm 6'3".
I just talked about this, bro.
So yeah, like he's just a bigger guy than me. And when we broke up, weirdly enough, she was like trying to body shame me into the breakup, which was when she's like, oh, like you're too small. And like back when we used to work at Shumi and stuff, Lukasz would like pick me up every now and then, and like sometimes he'd hold me upside down, like just to keep me from doing work. I was like, sometimes he'd like run around the warehouse with me over his shoulder. And I was like, Lukasz, I got work to do. It was funny. I thought it was funny as shit.
Also, to give me context, that was also where I was at my biggest. I was over 300 pounds.
Yeah,
at 6'3". So
yeah, he was a giant, and I was like the smallest I've ever been. And yeah, when she was like kind of like prodding and like attacking me and like leading into the breakup, she was like, you're a grown-ass man, Lukasz shouldn't be able to just pick you up. And I was like, what is this logic? Like, how's that on me? He's big, I'm small. What does my age have to do with it? Like, I'm getting picked up regardless.
Like, you can't control it even if you wanted to.
Yeah, what the fuck? So like that, like, oh, like filled me with like anger and shit. And like I just like started hitting the gym hard after that. Put on like 20 pounds of muscle.
Lukasz, you're the reason. You're the driving force behind Lee.
Fuck you, Lukasz.
That was actually the reason why I was like, I have to stop eating. I can't pick up Lee all the time. It's not fair.
It's not right.
That's it. But yeah, honestly, and honestly, it's not even that moment that was the pivoting moment that changed me so much, though it did physically. It's reflecting on that, and the way I handled it all, I think was all wrong. And like a group now, like, why was I angry? Like I should have been angry, but I should have been angry at her being like, what the fuck is your logic here? Like, you idiot.
Instead of being mad at yourself for being
Instead of
small.
being mad at exactly. Like, I think I handled everything wrong. So it's reflecting on it that I think has changed me quite a bit.
So far, both of ours where it's like what shaped you literally got us into
Literally
shape.
shaped us. Yeah.
What about you, Matty? Yours better be a different shape.
Yeah, mine. I think
He's like-
to Lee. There's two that I wanted to talk about, but I've covered them in two separate episodes. I think.
Sorry, can I guess one?
Yeah, go.
Is it when you first signed up for identity because it's more than just a haircut? It shapes you.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
I would say it was probably the night that my mom confronted me about lying about going to school, and I told her that I wasn't doing it for me anymore. I was doing it for her. And it changed
that's
me
a big one.
because it made me like, it was a very, like, we had a very, deep conversation about it. And it really changed that. It kind of freed me, because then I felt like I was free to do what I like, having the pressure of doing something for someone else versus doing something that I wanted to do. Which, after that, we were aligned, that I dropped out. I started working. That's when I started working at shoes.com. And then I ended up in a career path that I think worked out for the better than had I stuck to what I was doing before. My mom still jokes and brings it up this day about like not finishing university. Like just the other day, because Kel has an ornament that's like a degree, and Kel's like, you know who doesn't have one of these? And I was like, I know, right? And I just like we laugh about it, but it's like, but then Jacob got my back, and Jacob's like, yeah, but like look at how well he's doing. He doesn't need one of those. And yeah, it was just it kind of ties back to what I was saying about loving confidence. That gave me the confidence to like talk about what I want to do, which is I feel like exceptionally harder to do even with your parents. At least in my perspective, it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, after that, it was I didn't have to lie about school, like about it anymore, like all that. It was like a weight was lifted, and I think that really put my life in a good direction. I briefly covered that one in the past.
That's very liberating.
Yeah. What time is it? Okay, we'll do one more deep, and then we'll go deeper.
Okay.
If someone were to take a critical look at your group of friends, how would they describe it?
Cool.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yep.
I would think people would describe us possibly as immature.
Yeah, come on. Obviously. Insensitive.
And yeah, insensitive, sure.
Sensitive, yeah. Oh, buddy.
See, this will be a good question for the episode to ask our significant others what their first impression of our group.
Yes, that's a good one.
Well,
you see, the thing is, I mean, if I can try and anticipate, I think they would have only good things to say, because I think they mesh with us very well. I think they'd be like, yeah, I was fucking about it. Like, you guys are funny and like welcoming. Like, I think they might highlight the good things, but I think we're critical enough to say like, yes, we're assholes, we're insensitive, we're obnoxious. Like, even, I mean, for a little bit of context, we had my work Christmas party, 2 weekends ago, last weekend, whenever it was, and we're at Jack Astor's, and every time there was a birthday, like, our table was just fucking just roaring. There was like 5 birthdays, and like everyone in the restaurants, I was like, who the fuck are these guys? And like the waitresses loved us. They brought us our own little like birthday cake, and it was no one's birthday. They're just like, yeah, you guys are fucking hype. Like, we love the good vibes. And we're like, yeah, fuck it, man. Like, we're here for a good time.
It even came to a point where like they would be cheering for the happy birthday, and we'd be clapping. Like, as soon as they stopped clapping, like we kept going, and then they'd look back and be like,
fuck those guys. Yeah.
And we're like,
it's funny because I immediately thought, like, while we were doing it too, I thought about how on that entitlement episode, I forget which one of you said it, that like when you go to a restaurant, you feel that you're entitled to a peaceful environment. Me. Was it you? Yeah, because we were those assholes who were not giving people their.
No, but it wasn't. But okay, we're on the bar side, so that's different. If we were on the other side, that might be a little like a little excessive. That's fair. We were on the bar side, so that's fine.
And it was all in good.
Yeah, it's not like we were being rowdy for us. Like we were trying to make it so other people had a good time too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
like if we were being loud and stupid at our own table and not inclusive of others, that's different.
That's fair.
Like burning
that's
our
fair.
hands on the pans and the hot pans and stuff.
That was so funny.
I felt bad after, but yeah, that was fucking one of the funniest things.
Yeah, tell the people about that.
Yeah,
Tell the people
so
about
the waitress brings so when we got there, we tried to order the pan bread with cheese, which is like one of the best things you can get at Jack Astor's, and they're like, we don't have it, and I was like, we're like, what do you mean you don't have it? Because I guess they make it there. So then probably like a couple hours in, our waitress comes back, like, we have it now if you want it. We're like, yeah, sure, let's get like,
As I finish
let's
my
get
Caesar
two.
salad substitute. Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
So we order it, they bring it up to the table, and the waitress goes, or it wasn't even the waitress, it was someone else. Like, I don't know if she was like a manager or whatever, but she like puts down, she's like, please be careful, like the pan itself is very hot. And I'm like, okay. And then she walks away, and I jokingly, I like elbow Lee, and I like, oh, it's so hot. And then the lady like turns around and like glares at me. I was like, oh no, like it's just a joke. I'm kidding. Like I'm okay. And then
Like,
she
she was
like
shook.
smiled. Yeah, she was shook. Like she turned around so fast. Like if she had something, like it would have been one of those. She turned around so fast, she would have dropped it.
100%.
And I felt like then after, like Lee and I were like hysterically laughing, but I felt bad because obviously that's happened before. Like people are stupid enough to touch it.
Bro, she got fucking whiplash from that.
Seriously. So I apologize. It was a good laugh though, and I was gonna go reach out to her later and say sorry. Like I saw her working, but I just didn't. I thought it would be more
Okay.
awkward if
I'm sure she thought it was funny afterwards.
Yeah.
Or she hated us. Who knows?
Yeah, one of the two. Both are options I'm fine with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we'll move into the deeper ones. I've picked 5 so far, and we'll see if we get to more. But okay, of the many roles you play in your life, example, coworker, lover, sibling, which do you feel you're the worst at?
I like this one. This one's great.
This is good.
Fuck.
Is anyone ready to start?
Sure. Go on.
Yeah, you go, Lee.
Me, I'm gonna say significant other, partner.
Really?
Yeah, only because like I don't think I'm horrible at it, but like of all of them, I think that is the one where I need to put in more. One, because I think I put a high standard on it, and like even when I'm trying, I feel like no, I could do better. Like I can do more. Like and you know what, my partner is great. She's always very grateful for everything.
What's that? I'm gonna be my mic.
Yeah. She's always grateful for everything. She's, happy with the little things that I do. But in my mind, I'm like, I'm not even trying. Like today was a bad day. You know what I mean? So I'm like kind of putting a high standard on it. Yeah, I think that one's probably the one I need to work on the most.
I'm going to say sibling, but only for one of my siblings. Yeah, what the hell's that?
Special delivery. What is this?
Yeah, can I have one?
2 apple pies from McDonald's, baby.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna say sibling, and it's actually only relative to, I would say, Jake than it is to and maybe even Sky.
Sure.
One, the age gap is obviously one of the like I Cal and I obviously living together makes it fine, but I just think that I could put more of an effort in. But it's similar to that thing I was talking about before about time. It's like,
Yes.
That's how I show my friends that I love them, is spending time with them. But it's just, I feel like there's so many people. It's like, I feel like I just sometimes don't have the time, but it's really, am I just prioritizing my time wrong? And I just feel like I have to put in a better effort to spending time with, Sky and Jake. Jake, I think actually Jake's been we've been a lot closer lately. So, but definitely there's always room for improvement on that end.
Sure. That's a fair point.
What about you, Lucas?
I'd say grandson, only because, honest to God, I do have a lot of struggle with my grandparents. Only reason was, one, lives in Poland. The only time we'll ever talk is Facebook Messenger, and it's like memes in different languages, which like I don't look at Polish memes personally, so I send an English one back and they don't understand. Sorry. That, and I don't know. It's same thing with you, like spending time with people. I think that's something that I always get lost in the sauce. Like there's just so much going on. You work 5 days a week. You try to, build a serious relationship with your significant other. Then you have your direct parents you live with.
Yes.
It's like, I already have so much going on. And then I feel bad where it's like, yeah, I don't see everyone else all the time or as frequent, right? So it's almost like you feel almost like neglecting. Sometimes you feel guilty for it, right? But at the same time, you don't change it because you have so much going, like there's a reason for it, right?
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate sometimes because you feel bad, but it's the way it is.
That's just the way it is.
Yeah, those are good answers. And see, like these are the questions that I'm like, I think would be fascinating to hear a big group's
Everybody.
answers on. Yeah, this
Honestly,
next one is one too.
Sorry,
but
just before we go on to it, the more I think about this question, I actually kind of fucking hate it because I'm reflecting on everything. I'm like, fuck, I suck at everything. Like, I got to do better at all of these roles. Jesus. But no, it makes you think. That is good.
yeah. If you were designing a person from scratch, what physical or personality trait would you take from each member of the group? So we'll just stick to us three.
Ooh, fuck, that's good. Definitely take Lucas's height.
Yeah.
And that's it from Lucas. That's it from Lucas. That's it.
Oh yeah, okay. See, it doesn't say traits. It says traits. So let's do
only one?
Let's do one physical and one personality from each of us.
Okay.
So Lucas's height, I'm in line with that.
Yeah, Lucas's height, Lucas's enthusiasm. A physical thing about Matt. I like your hair, Matt. I'll take your hair. Sure.
I've gotten compliments from my barbers that my hair is very, very good hair.
Yeah, your hair is nice. And a trait about you is, I mean, it's kind of maybe not in line with his enthusiasm, but just like your friendliness and how welcoming you are to like complete strangers. Yeah.
What about you?
I have to pick my own.
Yeah.
Shit.
We'll each go around.
Obviously, my schlong for sure. No, I was just kidding.
What if it's a girl, dude?
Duh, bro. It's 2021. You can't say that.
Right. Sorry.
No, honestly, no. Fuck yeah, you're right. I gotta pick something that could work for both genders. Shit.
Pretty ambitious.
That's a tough one. Maybe my flexibility. Does that count as physical? Yeah, sure. My flexibility and personality trait. I would pick the calling people out on the stupid shit they say, like critical thinking and challenging shit for sure.
All right, Lucas. What about you?
For Lee, I would take his facial hair.
God
damn it. Physical trait. Sorry, I already did one. Your beard's not a personality thing, right? Personality wise, I think temperament. I would take your temperament on things.
Oh wow. Okay.
Interesting.
Matty, your physical traits. I don't want any of it. Like
keep it.
I don't want any of it. I'll take your smile. I think you have a nice smile.
That's good.
Thanks.
That's a good one. That's cute.
I'm talking about, baby. And then for personality traits, I also don't want anything. So I'll take that smile too. No, I'd agree with Lee. You know what? I'll take your I guess music taste for your personality trait, because it says kind of like the way your music taste kind of resonates through your personality, like how it kind of resembles it is good. But yeah, you have a very opening music taste that also kind of, to me, reminds me of how open your personality is, where you can just talk to anyone and everything.
My legs are also open too, so
it's something I don't want, because there's nothing there for me.
And for myself, yeah.
Yo, I'm keeping these big mitts, bro. I want them. I'll keep my height. I like my height. I get compliments on it all the time. It's like, yo, I try.
People compliment you on your height. Yeah, like you.
That's a weird. That's a weird thing.
Every time my girlfriend introduces me to her friend, she's like, "This is Lucas. Told you he's tall." Like every time, I'm like, "Bro, relax."
Does she do it with her hand too? This is Lucas, and like she goes like up as high as you are.
Behold.
Yeah.
She should. She should start introducing like, "This is Lucas."
Something that's a blessing and a curse is my I'll take my sense of humor. I'll keep that. The reason why it's a curse is because I find a lot of people not funny because of how my humor is.
But then do you think that they think the same thing? Do you think the people that you don't find funny think you're not funny?
Most likely, that's usually how it works, right? We have different senses of humor. Or some people who will find me constantly funny and I find them never funny.
Exactly.
Sucks.
We can names. I'll leave their names out of it, but there are some people who we know who think Lucas is hilarious, who we all think like, don't stop, just stop.
Yeah, that's funny. Lee, I would take your I would say your dedication. I think you're dedicated to things that you do. So I would want our creation
you.
to have that. Sounds like I'm talking about our baby, but our
Yeah,
creation.
our love child, our three-way love child. This person sounds
In
sick.
physical, I would take your structural frame. Like I think you have like and then I would combine that with Lucas's height. So our person would be
Oh shit, our
a
person
like
nice.
model stud.
Nice.
Yeah, Lucas, I was gonna say your ability to bring light to really any type of atmosphere, I think is a good trait.
Also, a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
There's sometimes where it's like we're trying to be something like, Lucas, shut the fuck up,
Yeah,
man.
100%. But I feel like that
someone dying here.
Yeah,
I think it typically brings more good than bad, but
absolutely,
definitely fair. And then for me, I think I would take my eyes. I get a lot of compliments on my eyes. Both the shape and the color.
What
No, the
color
color.
are
The
your
color.
eyes?
They're like they change depending on how much light there is. Today would be a good
Oh,
day
really?
for my eyes. Yeah.
Oh, I've never noticed that. That's
yeah,
cool.
they're like you got to look more
Hazel?
in my eyes next time.
They're like mood rings?
Yellow. Yeah, basically. If I'm horny, they're like kind of hazel.
Did you say yellow? If you
Yeah,
have yellow eyes, it's usually like a liver condition.
They go like not like yellow, like hazily
This guy has
green.
jaundice.
Yes.
And then physical trait. Oh, sorry, no, I took my eyes. What would I take from my personality? I don't know. Like you guys said, I think I'm very welcoming, and I'm empathetic. So I would keep that. I think that's a good.
For sure.
I'll also go somewhat with your voice too. You have a very easygoing voice, like very.
Really?
I'm not trying to diss you. I'm not trying to diss you, but your voice is low testosterone. For sure.
How's that not a diss? How is it not a diss?
Because there's nothing wrong with having some estrogen in you. You know, I don't even know who estrogen is.
That's funny. So you're not gonna take my voice? You're not gonna take my voice?
No. I don't want that. I'm just saying I take the personality part, but I'm monotone, which is why I would never work with my voice.
Yo, so I just wanted to tell a funny story about Matt saying the yellow eyes joke thing. When my aunt was going through chemotherapy, she's not with us anymore, bless her soul, but she was going through a chemotherapy, and a lot of the times, I guess a common side effect is people develop jaundice because like they're indoors and their immune system's down, whatever. So she's like a shell of the person she was, but like we're talking with her and stuff. She's like, yeah, like I don't feel like myself, yada yada, whatever. And my sister's like, well, like just trying to make light of the situation. She's like, well, you got a sick tan, girl. And she's like, I have jaundice. And we're like, oh,
like, oh man,
it was so funny. Like we all laughed and we're like, fuck.
Yeah,
like,
you gotta find the light in those.
That's funny as shit.
Yeah. That was good.
Wow. You really have some sort of glow to you today.
That's my jaundice.
Yeah, kudos to people that can do that find the light in that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whether she was saying it in a joking manner or not, as long as it was collectively agreed on that was the joking manner.
It was funny, yeah.
Okay, the next one. What negative pattern in your life are you consciously or unconsciously choosing to accept?
Ooh.
Oh, my eating habits, bro. There's times where I will eat so good for a week, and the next week we'll order stuff to work every fucking day. And I'm like, God damn. And the thing is, what sucks is like I have a pretty decent willpower. Like if I'm committed to something, I'll do it, getting in shape, whatever.
Since everyone.
The one thing that really is like my biggest flaw is my eating pattern.
This guy literally,
can't stop.
I think it was on Thursday, he threw out his lunch to buy a lunch.
Yeah, man. It's not a joke. Yo, my lunch was so sad though, because when I make a good lunch, you know how you get excited for it?
Yeah.
This one, like the first day I had it, and I have the same thing for 5 days, I'm like, that's not gonna be good.
That's not the one, baby. That's not the one.
That's not hitting any spot. Like even when I was eating it, like you like pause to eat to watch a video because you're so unappetized by your food. I'm like, yeah, I'll just watch the video instead of eating.
Jesus.
That's fucking funny.
I would say that I know, like, I want to get back, like, get more active. I just have no, like, I know I want to, and I know that I should, but I just have no desire to, like, to actually do it.
Start.
And I'm like not making the decision to make the change. Like I've thought about it. I'm just like, I'm tired. I don't want it today. You know what I mean?
The thing is, once you start,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
almost
It's
like
easy.
it's addicting.
It's
Like
easy,
you want to
yeah.
get into it,
100%.
but it's the start, right? So-
100%.
It's like doing push-ups. Like getting down to the ground, like just put your hands on getting push-up position is like the hardest thing in the world. But then once you start, you're like, oh fuck, yeah, I
Yeah.
can bang 20 of these out, no problem. But it's just getting there. Fucking
Yeah.
sucks.
What about you, Lee?
I don't know. And for two reasons. One, maybe I'm just not like maybe I just don't think my negative things are negative, which is even worse than recognizing that you're
So
doing negative
toxic.
shit.
You're so toxic.
Exactly.
bro,
I'm
what
so
the
toxic.
fuck?
So
This guy's perfect.
So I don't know. Uh
What was
I
that quote
really
we had
don't-
when Chandra was on? Even Kanye doesn't want to be Kanye sometimes.
It's true.
Yeah,
Like,
think
you,
like
you
that.
can't. So you have to beat the Kanye out of yourself, bro. You got to figure it
Oh
out.
my god, what is but like a negative pattern that I just accept.
Maybe your haircut.
I mean, I guess my diet sucks too, but like I don't try and fix it. Like yeah, I guess I accept it. I eat fucking donuts and pizza like 3 times a week. But I guess in the back of my
But it
mind,
worked for your body type though. You can get away with it.
sure, but it's also because I'm, Matt's gonna love it, doing jits, baby, like an hour and a half.
Oh my god.
And I
Always
do an
wants
hour
to
and a
bring up
half.
jits. That should be the thing. That's your bad
There it
habit.
is.
You just unintended, like always bringing up jiu-jitsu.
Okay, I'll accept that one.
I don't think that if you're only like, you know what? I almost put someone in one of these coffins before.
That'd be so funny. But no, yeah, I eat like shit because I know I do like an hour and a half cardio every freaking day. So
yeah,
once it starts to teeter in the side of me gaining not good weight, then I'll switch some shit.
Why don't you proactively do it then? If you
No.
that's right there, you know that's the case.
Yeah, because if I could get away with it, with looking decent and eating shitty food, bro, I'm winning. I'm fucking winning.
That's true. That's like probably my life goal. To be honest.
Okay, I got 2 more. Hopefully we have enough time. What's the most dramatic way a relationship you've been in has ended?
Oh, yeah,
Go
I got a
on.
good one.
Go on.
One time a relationship was ending via phone call.
Ooh.
Not my choice. Just so you guys know,
Ooh.
not my choice. I like to do it face to face. I didn't have this option, and basically, there was a phone call, and during a very heated discussion, the line went out, and I'm like, okay, she hung up on me. I get it. She needs time to cool off. So a few hours later, message her back, be like, if you want to finish the discussion, we can. Like, we can talk about it because we're basically at that cusp. And I was like, I don't want to leave it the way it was. Like, I don't want us to leave as enemies. Like, that makes zero sense of why do we build all this, right?
Sure.
And she said, you hung up on me. And I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, no, I didn't. So like, I was like, no, there's no way. Like, I had hands free on my phone. I didn't even touch my phone. How could I have hung up, right? And she had basically said the same. But then she labeled me a liar the entire time, being like, no, you hung up on me, you piece of shit. I'm like, no, I look like I have no leg to stand on because we both think each other did it. I'm gonna say like, hey, just bad timing. Like, I'll be that bigger man, just say, what if it's bad timing? But then I said that, and she's like, see, you're trying to mask the fact that you hung up. I'm like, oh fuck. Like,
Yo,
this
no
is
winning.
it.
What if the FBI agent who was monitoring your call hung up and he's like,
Yeah, he played
sucker.
it.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
how
fuck-
FBI
fuck
agents
you.
laugh?
Yeah, I used to be one.
Oh, okay. That's why you laugh. That's why you laugh the way you do now.
He was part of the female body inspector, though, not the actual FBI.
Oh, he was.
No, I was too nervous. I was too nervous to inspect female bodies. Where are you at?
Lucas, are you gonna get your kids cups that say that? You want them to be in the FBI and they're gonna say that?
100%. You know, I'm even gonna get those kid stickers that you put at the back of your vehicle.
Ugh.
For sure. I'm gonna be that dad. I'm gonna be the daddiest dad you've ever met.
Jesus.
Okay.
I'm gonna start wearing only Daisy Dukes during summertime.
My uncle legit used to wear such short shorts that his boxers would be longer than his shorts.
I thought you were gonna
And
say
he-
his balls hung out of his shorts. That's the better way to go.
But he'd legit go out like that. So I'm like, bro, how is your underwear longer than your shorts? Like, that's fucked. What's happening?
That's sick, dude. That's a trend. They're
Yeah, let's
compression.
bring it
They're
back.
compression shorts. I would say one of my exes. It was really bad actually. We were hanging out, and Sean Riley was in town, and he texted me. He's like, "Yo, I'm coming over. let's hang out. And I was with this ex at the time, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna head home. So I've been hanging out with her all day. I'm like, I'm gonna head home and hang out with Sean. And she literally walks in front of her bedroom door and closed the door. She's like, you said we can we're hanging out all night tonight. I was like, yeah, but like Sean's here, and like, he doesn't like, he's only in town once in a while, so I'm gonna go home. And it turned into this whole like scream, like she was screaming like, you're not leaving. Yeah, to the point that her parents had to bust through her door and like hold her while her mom like was apologetic. And like I was obviously crying at this point. Like I'm like, what the fuck is happening? So they dropped me off at my mom's house, and
They drove you home.
Yeah, they drove me home. Yeah, and I
That's
think they
insane.
had to call the police. I don't know if that actually happened. They said that it did, or I heard that happened. And then like it was basically, I told that person that I was like, you need to get yourself into like a mental hospital, and like I'm not gonna get back with you or talk to you if you don't. And they did, but then after that, like I never like really speak to them after that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then this was the same person that like a month later they reached out and said that they were pregnant with my kid.
Oh, it's this
Yeah,
one. Okay.
yeah. And so just for those that don't know, I was like, at the time I was probably like 21. My life was over and shit. It was not good.
Yeah, that's
But
crazy.
yeah, that's how that ended.
Woo.
Yeah, pretty intense.
Shit.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, other than my ex dissing me for Lukasz picking me up and like trying to body shame me and shit, I think that was a funny one. Dramatic in kind of the other way, the opposite direction. There was a girl who, we weren't even really dating. We had gone on a couple dates. You guys all know her, the Barry girl.
My favorite person.
Yeah, and then
I still have hopes.
Like to this day, you still do?
Yeah, they're gonna get.
I'm gonna break up the wedding for it.
She's gonna be there for the abduction of the wedding.
Yeah. So yeah, like I wasn't feeling. Yeah, did you say abduction?
Yeah, what did you say?
Objection.
I thought you said abduction.
That's an abduction. We'll have to check
Oh,
the
sorry.
tape.
I told you to plan a little too early.
I'm getting kidnapped at the wedding. Shit.
It's gonna be great. We set it up. It's gonna be great.
Perfect. Can't wait. No, so like I wasn't feeling a relationship, and I'm not the kind of guy to string someone along. So like, I mean, I was doing it through text. I guess I could have done it through a phone call, but I didn't think it was that serious. But I was telling her, I was like, yeah, you know what? Like, I don't want to lead you on. Like, I'm as fuckboy as it sounds, I was genuine about it. I was like, I don't think I'm really in the space for a relationship yet. I don't want to,
That's fine.
Lead
That's
you
a fair
astray.
thing to say.
Yeah. So I was like, like this just ain't it, and whatever. And she's like, okay, I respect that. And then like 20 minutes later, she texted me back. She's like, I'm not giving up on you, Lee. I'm gonna wait, and when you're ready, I'll be. I was like, no, give up on me.
She's
Give
gonna
up
be
on me. I
there.
don't want this. She's like, I'm not gonna quit. Like, you tell me when you're ready, and I'll be there. And I was like, stop.
I knew it.
We're not gonna take it.
And I was like, damn, girl, like I ain't worth it. Just go on, go meet somebody.
Start Viva la Revolution. There's almost a plot for Vendetta. V for Vendetta. She was like the master sailor, and you're Natalie Portman.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah, baby! I'm Natalie Portman.
Natalie.
Woo!
Okay, last question for the day. What's your favorite thing about the current person or the other person in your current or most recent relationship? So we all in a relationship. So what's your favorite thing about that person?
Definitely how much of a goofball she is. It's funny. Like we're so open, and things that I at least would have imagined girls being self-conscious about, or shy and like don't show this side. Like she don't give a shit. She'll say some stupid stuff. She'll fart and laugh about it, and like I like that stuff.
That's funny because they're being genuine.
They're being genuine, and I really like it. One of the things she might yell at me for saying this, I don't care.
This is on the internet forever. Your kids will see
forever.
She down the background. Shut the fuck up.
What
about the rest of us?
No, one of the funniest things that she does is so fucked. Okay, it's two stories actually. The first one is if she farts, she'll be like, "Oh, I farted. Don't smell it." And I'm like, "What do you want me to do?"
You're like, not breathe, not.
Yeah. I just pass out and die. Especially like when I'm driving and we're in the car. So I'm like, what do you like? I'm stuck in the car. Like I can't pass out in the car. Like I got like crack the window. Do what you got to do. Like I don't care. But like She's like, don't smile. I'm like, I'm in here with it. What do you want from me? But no, one of the funniest things she ever did, and again, I think about this all the time and I laugh about it. It's so fucking funny. We're eating lasagna.
You told the story.
Did I tell it on the podcast?
Yes, but tell it
Did I?
anyways. Yes,
No, it's fine. No, I've already told it.
Yeah,
I'm
See that
unsure.
episode. Go watch it. No, I'm good.
Tell it though. Tell it.
Okay, so we're eating lasagna. We're watching a show. She spills some lasagna on her shirt, well, like on her cleavage, and she goes to wipe it off. Or she wipes it off. But I made the joke. I was like, "Oh man, you wiped it off! Like I was gonna get it, haha." And then she was like, "Oh yeah," and she like takes the line and just starts like shoveling it onto her crotch, being like, "Oh yeah, come get it." And I was like,
that's funny. Like that's something you'd see in a
"Yeah,
movie.
no, it's
Like a
hilarious."
movie,
I was
yeah.
crying.
Yeah, you did
Like,
tell
to
that
this
on the
day,
podcast.
I did. Oh, that's my bad. Sorry,
But it's
guys.
okay. That's okay.
Well, for our new viewers, our new three
The
viewers,
recap. Yeah.
Yeah.
3 new viewers get to hear
It's a
that
flashback.
story.
It's like a flashback.
That's right. That's right.
Lucas, you. What about you?
With my current partner, my favorite thing, I think it's that she's accepting of my humor. Because when we first started dating, every time I'd like make a joke, she'd be like, like the deep sigh. I get this from a lot of girls that I date, by the way. That's unfortunate. So it's good that
For
she's
them,
coming
right?
along to it, but where she like instead of her just sighing, she'll either laugh, like actually just she'll enjoy it because it's just me being an idiot. That or she'll start one-upping it now. Because something that I find that my
Oh, that's
partners
good.
usually do when I start dating them is they start developing a better sense of humor because of me. Thank
A
you.
better
You're
sense
welcome.
of humor.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Oh God.
Jackass.
So yeah, like I'm really liking the fact that she's kind of gone out of her shell for her humor and just started being uncensored with that as well. Like
I
just
do
started-
like that. I do
Talk
like
about
about Christina that when you say something stupid, like she calls you out. Like I don't
Yes,
know. I don't recall
I'm a
any of your
fan.
previous partners doing it, but I like that Christina does that. Where if you say something stupid, she'll be like, Lucas. And I'm like, hey, yeah, call him out. Normally
yeah,
it's
then
us
you just let me
doing
do me. Yeah, it's good because she'll catch me when I say something accidentally stupid, and then I'll start playing it off like I did it on purpose. So now it's worse. It's toxic now.
Perfect, dude. Perfect. I would say the thing I like most is that how similar we are. What?
What just happened there?
What happened?
I'll leave him.
Oh, did Lucas
Go on.
do something funny?
Something weird.
I air freshened my room. I was just like, I want a new scent. So
This
I
guy
just wanna
farted.
smell
Guy
lavender.
farted. He definitely farted.
No, I want to smell some lavender.
Oh, maybe
Yeah,
he shit his. Maybe he shit his pants.
Yeah, I'd say how similar we are. It's very refreshing because it's like we like the same things. And I don't mean like just one thing. I mean like she doesn't like stuff on her burgers. I don't like stuff on my
Oh,
burger.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, like mayo. I thought I was bad for not liking mayo. When we order like drive-through, she'll be like, "I need to check the food before we leave the window." I was like, "No. Like, I'll drive up slowly. And be like, all right, are you done? Are you done checking?" Like,
Yeah.
we're going. But just like, I think that's funny. I do like that part. But yeah, it's like everything. It's like, before we were dating, there was a time where we were talking about people we didn't like. This art. She's like, "You know what artist I don't like?" And I was like never talking about this song or anyone before. Oh fuck! Now I'm gonna forget his name.
Emma.
No. He's featured on a Drake song. Oh, Lil Durk. I was like, Lil Durk? She's like, how did you know? I was like, I don't know. I'm like, he just has a weird name. Like, I don't really like him either. She's like, holy shit, that was so weird. It was just like, I don't know. It was one of those things that was just like, it was like a connection that I just somehow
Yeah.
knew. And then from there, that's when we found out we were so alike in terms of really just like a lot of stuff.
But when you
Sorry.
talk to her now, and you're like, "You're my little Dirk," like you're the little Dirk I love.
Yeah. I will start saying that.
Just to clarify, your favorite part about your partner is that you're basically dating yourself.
100%.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify.
Even
Each
Kanye would
their
date Kanye.
own.
Yeah, no. I also, aside from that though, it's too that she's very, she never thinks about herself first. I'm trying to get her to do that and more. I'm like, you need to do you.
Yep. Yep.
But she's very like giving and never thinks about herself first, which is also very very good, but it can also be bad.
Yep.
So I'm trying to, it's all about finding balance. But
Mhm.
yeah, so those are some of the cards. There's a ton of other ones. What are your guys' thoughts? What would you review this game on Amazon?
It's fun. It's thought provoking. I like it.
Good.
I'd give it like 8.5.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some other ones in here that would be good for maybe another time or in an in-person session, but
Yeah,
again, it's
that'd
called
be fun.
Fluster. Let's look kind of. Oh, okay. It's censored. It's censored. That's weird. Oh, none of them. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's so
great.
weird that it does that.
Well, it's
Anyways,
doing its job, right? So that's what it's supposed
Yeah.
to do.
I wonder if I pulled my junk out, if it would do the same thing.
Let's
Try
find
it.
out.
Try it now.
Let's find out.
I bet you would.
Could you imagine? You
I
wouldn't even
wouldn't
be able
think
to
that-
see the blur.
I don't think they blur out things that small.
Yeah, it's my finger. Oh man!
Oh.
Just put your
Sorry,
penis
let me
beside your
borrow- yeah.
headphone.
Yeah, that was a pretty fun episode. I enjoyed that game.
Yeah.
But thanks for everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.
See you
Have a great
guys.
week, folks.
Good afternoon, good evening, good night.
Bye.